So when you have a look at this, you'll notice a couple of things straight away. Firstly, and I guess not really relevant to you, you'll be able to tell how old my children are based on the Lego characters you see. And secondly, and I guess more importantly, this replicates very much how a networking room will look. So there's loads of people, some people are on their own, some people are in groups, some people are groups of 2 or 3, some people are in groups of more than that, and this is basically what happens. Now imagine, if you will, you came in at the front of this room, where would you start? Who would you start networking with? It's quite hard to see, isn't it? But let's break it down into a bit more detail. As I said, there are some people who are on their own. So if you have a look at this, you've got some people here. And like most people who are on their own at a networking event, they're hanging around at the back of the room because they don't feel quite comfortable. And one of the things is, you'll always find someone who doesn't want to be there. So here's Chewbacca in chains, obviously been dragged there, been sent there by the boss, will be looking to get out as soon as they can. There's always somebody who dresses weird at a networking event. And to be honest, when you look around, if you can't see anybody else dress weird, just have a look at your own clothes. And maybe this is just me, but every time I go to a networking event, there's always someone in the corner who just looks a bit evil. So you want to avoid them as well. So you've got these people and they're on their own. But now let's have a look at the groups. Because there are some groups, like this group of stormtroopers here, who cluster together very tightly. They're usually dressed the same like these guys are, and their body language is saying, keep away. This is what you call a closed 4, because there are 4 of them, and the body language is very closed. This is what you call a closed 3, because there's 3 people here, but again the body language is saying, don't come in. Again, this is another closed 3. However, if you have a look around, there's also some open groups. So this is an open 2 here, and you could approach this way. In fact, let me just put a little arrow here. You could go in here and have a conversation with this person, or these 2 people. Now, I should just say here, I don't want you to worry that we've blown the budget with the special effects we're using here. Also, there's another open 2 here, so I could approach there if I wanted to. You'll notice this over here is what you call a closed 2. And in fact, they're so close, they're probably doing what we call horizontal networking when people aren't watching. It's always quite interesting to see if you can find the couple who is in the room. So we could go into open groups. So here's an open 3, so I could go there. When I have a look at the individuals at the back, I don't want to speak to the evil person, and I don't want to speak to the weirdo in strange clothes, and also I don't want to speak to the person who doesn't want to be there, so I could, if I wanted, go and speak to this person on their own, or I could speak to this person there. So when I had a look at the room to start with, it looked like there was loads of people. I had no idea where to go. But now when I have a look at the room, although there's 24 people, I think it is, there's actually 5 routes I could go and no others. There are only 5 routes I could go. So if you're not particularly comfortable with networking, what you do is you go to an individual to start with, because it's much easier to go to someone on your own. And you say one of 2 things to them. You either say, mind if I join you? And what's the only response to that at a networking event? They're not going to say, yes, I do, leave me. They're going to say, no, of course, that's fine. Or if you feel a bit more confident, you might say, hi, I'm Andy. Or obviously use your name for that. But if I say, hi, I'm Andy to this guy, he's going to say, hi, I'm Tom, and then the conversation has started. And I've achieved step 1. Now, if I go to these guys, even though they're an open group, if I blurt out, hi, I'm Andy, well, they're still having a conversation, so instead I'll say to them, mind if I join you? So the rules are quite simple. An individual who you like to go and have a word with, say, mind if I join you, or hi, I'm Andy. If it's an open group of 2 or 3, go up to them and say, mind if I join you? If it's a closed group, and certainly these, if it's a closed group, don't approach them. At a networking event, you'll never find a room where they're all closed. And of course, now I've said that, the next room you go to, they will all be closed. I've never seen it before, and neither has any of my clients. But if that does happen, just go to the bar, get a drink, turn around, and the groups will have opened up, because people have gone to this thing so they can actually start meeting people.